What's good? It's your boy Post, man. Welcome to Live Off Beats, man. Just want to tell you Happy New Year, man. It's a new year, full of life, full of energy, full of momentum. You know, this is what that year is for, man. I don't know about you, but 2013 feel a little bit different, man. I mean, I done had a lot of New Years now, but for some reason, this 2013 one do feel a little different. Like the energy in the world is a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like the momentum is just a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people really gonna be reaching a lot of dreams this year. Like as opposed, it's like we kind of waking up. Like okay, we've been kind of sitting back too long. We've been kind of coasting a little bit. You know what I mean? We can turn this up about 10, 20 notches. And when I'm talking to people, I'm seeing that they like, man, I'm kicking it in gear. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Like people that never really was, really about that. They was kind of just going through life, cruising. Now they're like, man, I'm ready to kick it up, ready to get it. You know what I'm saying? Producers like, man, I'm ready to get it. Old OG producers that I know, you know what I'm saying? They're like, man, I'm ready to, like, new life, So I just want to first wish you a happy new year, man, and just tell you I appreciate you being part of the community. We've changed a lot of lives, man. You're part of a community that's changed the entire industry. Make no mistake about it. Before Live Off Beach, producers was not getting no goddamn money. I mean, trust me, I know. Don't let nobody tell you part of a great community, and that's what I'm saying. I'm very happy that you're part of it because don't listen to nobody to tell you Live Off Beach this and that. Listen, I'm telling you. Before we came on the scene, us Live Off Beach, you part of it, wasn't no producers getting no goddamn money, and I've been here since the beginning. Before SoundClick, I was a moderator on SoundClick a decade ago. So what that tell you? I remember all the producers on the internet. They remember me. We was young. We was on the internet trying to figure this thing out. I remember when you had to sell a beat. To sell a beat on the internet, you had to get someone in the West. It wasn't no damn PayPal. I'm talking about back in the day when we was doing this. We started this whole thing. You had to send a Western Union, get an artist to send a Western Union to you, and then you had to take the beat and put the tracked out version on a CD and physically go to the mailbox and mail them the beat CD. I mean, it was a very painful process. And on top of that, you have to remember the music they listened to was all lo-fi. This was dial-up. It wasn't no DSL back then. So could you imagine that? You put a beat on the internet and it's all lo-fi. It wasn't no software. You wasn't just downloading no software making no beat that sounds like it could be on top 40 radio. You had to put investment thousands of dollars in your equipment. Now you can just get some VSTs, get your Fruity Loops. Man, you don't even need a keyboard anymore. I see producers making hits on the damn thing. I mean, technology has drove this industry so far. And Live Off Beat specifically, I remember when I created the book, the first Live Off Beats book. You remember it was back in 2006. We put that bad boy out, man, producers. I mean, at that time they didn't know nothing about. So they didn't even know you could sell music. They beats. You know what I mean? The next thing you know, I mean, see, you fast forward now, going on 7 years, and the whole thing then took off. You got young producers just started making beats and selling beats, making money. And I see it all because you got to remember I'm the head chef, so producers are coming to me from everywhere, all over the world. Young producers, older producers, like, man, I never really thought I could make no money off of it. I'm like, why would you think that? But then they come and Live Off Beats and be a part of the community. They see you, you know what I mean, in the community, people comment. That's why it's important, man, to keep the community rolling. You know what I'm saying? And because it changed a lot of lives. It changed the whole producing industry. Young producers now are thinking about getting money instead of thinking about getting their ass raped by a goddamn label or a major artist and not getting no damn money and struggling while the labels is making all type of money and the artist is making all type of money doing shows and the producer's sitting there with nothing to do, with no money, nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? So, it changed a lot of thinking in us producers about how to go about handling and conducting our business. And I also thought about, the independent scene, man. Live Off Beach, man, the independent scene from artists. I remember back when we were putting music on the internet, the independent scene was non-existent. It wasn't hardly any artists online buying beats and creating their own mixtapes. And I mean, I watched the whole thing blow up. I watched it blow up before my very eyes. You know what I mean? I was rapping, so I was putting music online back in 2002, 10 years ago. I'm going on 11 years ago now. I remember all that stuff, man. MP3.com days. I remember all that stuff, man. And the whole industry, even artists now are like, oh, I don't have to buy a Timberland beat. I ain't got that type of money, but I can put my local demo together, my local mixtape, my local album together, get some fans, you know what I'm saying, buy some beats off the internet from this producer, and flip that. And now I got a little brand extension. Now I can do a couple of sponsorships, you know what I mean, do some shows. I mean, the whole thing is birthed to where we're not dependent upon a major label or just getting on BET, because it's only a select few that's going to get on there. to get that type of radio play. They play the same 10 damn songs. So, obviously we're not going to be able to really, all of us ain't going to be able to get our music on there, but there's a whole independent scene going on. It's going on the whole planet. We're not no longer monopolized, man. We can be creative and live off what we love, man. We can live off of it. Now, um, 2013, your goal should be to live off beats. Now, let me say this. The theme for 2013 is paychecks to profits. We're going to be talking about turning our paychecks into profits. Now, obviously, I don't have a paycheck. I actually have employees that I pay, so I give out the paychecks. But let's say if I was an employee, then I would have to turn that paycheck that I get. How can I turn that into profits? And as a music producer, you're in a prime position because think about it. You already have your product. You already know what you're gonna sell. You already got it. You probably got your website. If you ain't got that, you should get that. Your website. You know what I mean? You got your My Flash Store player. You're already selling it. The only thing you got to do now is market it. Think about that when I'm telling you. You feel me? Because you got to turn, in this economy, the way the world's going is you got to be able to take that paycheck. Nothing wrong with having a job. That's cool. That's income. So if you got a job and you're a music producer too, then your music production business should be where your profits is coming from. You should never have two jobs. That's ridiculous. You should never have. No one should even think about getting two jobs. It's a waste of time. Your first job, you got to learn how to take that money that you get and, of course, pay your bills and expenses, and then take the rest of that money and turn it into profit. So you take $100 and turn it into $1,000, and that's what your beat store is. It's a profit. That's what your music production business is. It's profit. Do I suggest? Now let me say this because people be asking me, should I just quit my job and then do this producing thing? Hell no. If you got a source of income, don't quit your job and then say, okay, I'm gonna just do the music thing because it's gonna be too difficult. You're gonna be struggling about trying to pay bills, and you're like, oh man, I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? You keep your income coming in and then turn that into profits until you turn into so much profit, you got it rolling. You say, okay, I don't need this source of income anymore. It's economics, baby. That's what it's about. So don't put yourself in a hole trying to get out of the hole. You get what I'm saying? And by using your music production business, because you're not gonna have fun with it anymore. It's gonna be like, oh my God, if I don't sell a beat, I ain't gonna eat. You know what I mean? So you don't want to go down that road. Now, I had to go down that road because I got fired. Now, after all these years of doing this and learning and seeing and growing, and I can tell you from an experience perspective, I would have, if I should start over again, I would maintain a job, a 9 to 5, and then do the music thing and do my profit based stuff at night until I get the profits rolling in to where I don't need to paycheck, all my bills are covered, and I have extra money to turn back into profits. Because what's going to happen is if you have a music production business and you don't have another source of income, you don't have a paycheck. What generally happens is what's going to happen is you're going to take all the profits that you make out of your music production business instead of buying more advertising, instead of buying more, investing in more courses, learning new things, and putting that back into the business to make the profits grow even more. You're going to end up taking that out to pay your bills and to eat. And what happens is, it's going to take you longer to get your stuff rolling, kicking off the ground. So I suggest, if you're already too late, you're saying, look, I ain't got no damn job, I ain't got no income no more, I got to go all in with this. That's cool too. I mean, I had to do it that way. But just you can't. That way you can't be no punk. You hear me say all the time? You can't be no punk going the profit route without no paycheck. You can't be one because that road is sometimes, I've been down that road. You know what I'm saying? So that road can get a lot tougher, but you grow a lot more because you got to find a lot more things out about yourself and about you have to learn a lot faster. You got to keep moving. You got to keep devouring everything. You got to see when you do that route, it's a great path too. You know what I'm saying? It's not the safe path, but there's nothing wrong with taking the safe path and the consistent path, especially if you got a family or something like that. But the profit route, that's growth. You know what I'm saying? That's massive growth because you have to make it work to survive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I got to make this work. You know what I'm saying? I remember it's like, I don't sell no beats, I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't suggest that route because, again, that's not for the faint of heart. So I would never tell someone to go that route. But if you do that route, know that there's always light in the tunnel, no matter what you're going through right now. If you keep going, you're going to be successful. I mean, it's just the law of nature, unless you just stop learning. If you stop learning, you stop earning, okay? And people don't realize that. I know, because they're not taught in school. School systems is like, I'm not going to teach you that. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I don't know. They say, look, you got a degree, you learn everything you learn, and, go make money and do things, and that's retarded. It's ridiculous. The truth is this. The truth is this. You keep learning, you keep earning. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. I mean, come on. I mean, as far as I've gotten, all the stuff that I know, I still, every day I'm learning. I'm going through all kind of books and all kind of courses, even as we talk. And so it's just, you keep learning, you keep earning. Now, I went on a rant there. You know, I could do that because I'm so passionate about this stuff. I want to talk to you a little bit about how to make this 2013 your best year, because that's very serious for me. That I don't want you to go into 2014 and say, okay, it's just like 2012. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't want you going next New Year's to say, okay, damn, I'm just where I was in 2013 New Year's. I want you to look back and say, okay, I had exponential growth. I've had massive expansion. Now, like, things have changed dramatically, and it's possible, but there are a few things that you're gonna have to do. There are a few things you're gonna have to do, and one thing is you got to stay on your goals. You got to stay on your goals and your vision and your mind. You got to stay on that stuff. I mean, you know, you got to do that. That's not something your friends and everybody else is understanding. So it's not in there, even in their idea and concept but you got to do it. I know people I find they're like, I'm like, where's your goals at? Well, I set some goals. Okay, are you on them? What kind of goals did you set? What are you doing? Where's your vision? I mean, I don't need all that stuff. I really got to do all that stuff. I'm just going, no, you're going to go around in circles if you don't have that stuff. It's important. Yeah, you got to market, you got to sell your beats, you got to do all that stuff too. But without the initial goals, the mindset, and the vision, you're going to just go around in circles. You're not going to have the motivation. Have you ever had that where you woke up and you know, okay, I got to do this, I got to smart, I got to do this, but I just don't have the motivation to do it, I'm not inspired to do it, it's like kind of slugging along. Well, that comes from not having the vision and the goals in the forefront of your mind. That's fuel. And so, first of all, your goals have to be something that you're reaching for. You have to be excited about them. You have to be able to say, look, man, you know, I'm going to reach this in my music business, and I'm excited about it. You know, if it's just like, look, I'm going to be able to, pay a goddamn light bill or music production business, that's not too exciting. You know what I'm saying? You're probably not going to fuel you. If you're like, man, you know what, I'm going to build my studio, and that, to me, that generally, as a producer, that excites the hell out of us, right? Like, people have all kind of concepts, maybe buy a jet plane, all that shit is good. But to a producer, the thing that makes us excited is thinking about that studio, that new equipment we're going to get, that new VST that's like $500, $1,000, you know what I'm saying? You realize how much money producers have to spend, we have to spend on our craft? I mean, think about it. A nice keyboard from Roland's gonna cost you $2 or $3 grand. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 or $3,000. So building our studios ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? And artists love to come use them, right? Artists love to have you build. I don't think I've ever even. I mean, I ain't gonna say I never, but usually I meet artists. They don't have no damn studio. They always going to the producer's home studio. If you ever noticed that, if you've experienced that, where you built your home studio up. And now everybody, all the artists want to come over there and record. Let me record this track, and then you produce it for them. That's usually part of the producer's journey. You know what I mean? We tend to be the ones that invest in all our stuff, and so we need to make the money. Artists pop off. Like I said, I rarely see artists with home studios. I mean, of course they have them, but you always find the producers like the center of it all. You know what I mean? And generally, you find that. Because again, I'm in the producer community, and I know tons and tons and tons of thousands of producers, and so that's generally how they operate. They have their home studio, and they have artists come over and record, and so that excites us, right? Can you imagine having a dope home studio or a dope studio period outside of your home? I got a studio. It's actually got it's 35. I got a studio 35 miles away, but it's all good because. I get to be in a whole new element, a whole new zone. So sometimes having a studio outside of your house is good too. Having a studio outside of my house is great because, you get out the house. If you have your studio in the house and you have music production business, a lot of times you might just stay in the house all day for 24 hours a day, you know what I mean? That can happen, so, but anyways, building that new equipment. So think about the studio you want to build. What I do is go to sammash.com or one of those sites, Guitar Center or whatever you like to buy from, and create your wish list. You know what I mean? Create your wish list. Okay, man. And then in your wish list, it'll tell you how much. You can put I want a Roland, I want MPC Renaissance, I want these speakers, this new mic. You know what I mean? I want this, blah blah blah. And then you put it in your wish list, and then it'll tell you how much all that stuff costs. You know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, damn, that's a number that I want to reach this year with my music production business, that I can be able to get this equipment that I want, and whatever particular to you. You know what I'm saying? They got VSTs on there, whatever. You know what I mean? So do that, man. You know what I mean? Like blow this thing up. So you can be excited about it. You know what I'm saying? Then you set these goals, and then you go after them. But that's the fuel. So when you find yourself, you're like, I'm going to start, I'm frustrated. The goals ain't in your mind. The vision, where you going, it ain't there no more. And so you just run around in circles. What am I doing? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So, anyways, I recorded this power talk. Now, game producers have had tell me great success with it. So I just wanted to put it out there. I figured that talking about goals and this stuff, I have this Producer Power Series Part 2 that I did, and it's mind-boggling. Like, it's like 2 hours and stuff. I put so much game in there. You know what I'm saying? As far as how to set the goals, how to achieve them, how to do everything. You know what I'm saying? How to stay excited, how to stay fueled up in life, how to stay, when you get up, you ready to go charge at it. You know what I mean? And then like this Producer Power Talk is power. The stuff the producers have said, this stuff, it's changed their life like night and day. And I'm not just saying that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just say that. Like, I can show you emails and Twitters. Like, damn, that shit changed my life. I'm like, well, I know it's gonna change your life, because if you're doing the same thing every day, your life is gonna be the same. But then when you get some new information, some new knowledge, and you apply, you can like change, right? Like if I put an iron in my face, and I'm be like, well, that shit just changed my life. Yeah, I got a big ass iron thing on my face because I did something different, right? And people are like, so we get so wrapped up in our habitual way of doing stuff, and we don't even realize that, yeah, of course your life changes when you do different things that create change. But I understand, because everybody around us is freaking crazy, right? They're like robots. You're like, hey, I'm doing the same thing every day, and I'm getting the same results every day, and it's just normal. They're like, yeah, it is normal, but it ain't no fun. It's not no fun. Life is no fun like that. You see, I'm full of energy. See, I'm get blah blah blah. You see, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm off that Producer Power Talk. I mean, I recorded that last year, but it's so relevant right now to this new year, man. It's gonna set you off so right. I mean, listen. If I was you, I go back and listen to it. But if I was you, I would make sure to have Producer Power Talk series Part 2. Part 1 is the business too, but that's going into other things though. That's more marketing. But this one is specifically, man, about the goals, how to feel. I mean, this is gonna change your life so like night and day. And look, if you listen to it and you're like, it ain't nothing, just get your money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here trying to, rob nobody. I've been doing this for years. My reputation's on the line. People know I done changed so many lives. I work with super producers all over the world. You know what I mean? Producers call me like, hey, I need advice on this. You know what I mean? I mean, big producers. I'm about to do this deal. Should I do this deal? How do I do? You know what I mean? I know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I came from nothing. Like, I was just so I know this stuff works. And I've seen producers that started with nothing. They didn't even know how to make a beat. I mean, you think you're not far behind. I don't care what you're doing. I know producers. I had to teach how to make a beat. They didn't even know what a beat software was. And I've watched them grow and watched them start selling, just following the steps and selling and making money in their sleep. You know what I mean? And watch their businesses grow. And I'm telling you, in the next 2 to 3 years, they're going to be at the top. They're going to be, I want to say millionaires. I was holding my tongue back. I'm like, well, I don't want to just say millionaire, but I believe they're going to be millionaires in the next 2 or 3 years. Because I can see the work ethic, and I can see their mindset they putting in. And they've gone through the processes that I put out, and I'm like, damn, they going fast. They're going fast, you know what I'm saying? And so, in this new year, I just feel it, man. I feel like this is your year. I feel like this is our year. I feel like this is Live Off Beats. I feel like the producer's year. I mean, producers, like I said, this is the music producers. I just feel it, man. It's in here. It's right there. You feel what I'm saying? It's right there. So, anyways, man, I'm just excited about this new year, man. So, like I said, set them goals. If you don't get a Producer Power Talk Series 2, which, I think you should. I put the thing right down there so you can cop that. You know what I'm saying? It's practically nothing, man. I bought a course from Tony Robbins, the same type of stuff almost, but it cost me $300. It was $300. I'm like, it was $200. No, it was $297. You know how you put the 7 at the end, so I was about to say $200. I'm like, no, that was $300. And, it was well worth it. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm like, man, I know producers, we on the come up, so we ain't, so I try to make it affordable for you, you know what I mean? To where you can still have a life-changing experience without having a life-changing financial experience trying to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. But let's do this, man. Even if you don't set them goals, go over it every morning, every night, visualize, see that. I know you want that studio. I know you think you a producer, man. So I know that studio, that shit get you going. Like, oh, how about that? Them new sounds, boy. You ain't nothing like new sounds to a producer. Or you get, because them same old sounds, man, they get so boring and still. You be like, oh, I'm tired of this shit, And you get tired of stealing sounds. You know what I'm saying? You want to be part of the economy. You want to grow, because the more you steal, the more people gonna steal from you. And the more you steal, the less money you're going to make. It's universal law. So you want to be buying and supporting this stuff. You know what I mean? And you want the keyboards and the equipment and the nice, what do you call that, paneling where it's soundproof, man, dead air. You know what I'm saying? You want all that, man. So, it's there. All you got to do is sell some damn beats. But first you got to get the mindset, get the goals down, and get the vision, and then you do all that stuff. And then you get the marketing, and then boom, 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 you're there. You feel me? You wake up one day, you like, damn, look where I came from. Only because I did things different. And because I listened to this motherfucker Postman. You know what I'm saying? You know, I listened to this dude who, you know, people may say, well, that dude's crazy. That dude doesn't know what he's talking about and all this stuff. And that's legitimate. They can say that. But my track record, man, I created a whole industry with my information, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if a lot of people can say that. You know, I heard a lot of people make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like in marketing and magic, also a lot of producers made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? For the game I done gave way more than what the cost of what they cost, a little bit of money. You know, it don't cost as much as the Jordan. Jordan shoes cost $200. They look people lying around the block $200. But a pair of shoes, as soon as you put them on, they're worth nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Worth nothing. You know, it's called conspicuous consumption. I'm giving you game. Wait a minute, I'm giving you game. Now pay attention. Conspicuous consumption is an economic term, and that's when we spend money on things that have no real value, but for the psychological need for the esteem of others. You see, I'm dropping game on you. Now, don't think I'm just a fool here. I got game. I got the game. I'm just putting it in ways that you can understand. That's why I don't talk all them terms and big words and shit. I know the big words. You know what I'm saying? I can go into economics class, go to Harvard, and drop game on their ass too. But I'm intelligent and I'm a producer, so I'm speaking to you. But understand what I'm saying. I know what the hell I'm talking about. It's called conspicuous consumption. You can look it up on Google and say, damn, this dude knows exactly what the hell they're talking about. And so when you spend all your money on conspicuous consumption and you don't invest, you don't get profit. And when you don't get no profit, you struggle the next year, and then you die, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So the profit of all profits is here. Postman, liveoffbeats.com. Get that producer's power talk if you want some power and you want some profit and you want to make this year the best year. Because I sure am. So I love you. I know this was a long-ass video, but you know I'm long-winded. You know, you've been with me long enough to know that your boy going to get here and I'm going to talk some mess because I'm excited. Loving life. You know what I'm saying? Love chilling with y'all. So that's that. I'm going to holla at you, man. Get that producer power talk. I'm telling you, that's right. I put the link down there too. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Producer be like, hey man, I couldn't find it, man. I could. How you ain't gonna find the link right on the damn video? Oh man, I couldn't find out where to buy it at. You know what I'm saying? But I did get these Bet 11 Jordans though. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know what's up, man. You know, it's all good, man. Y'all crazy, man. But get that, man. I see, man. I'm gonna keep you updated, man. 2013, I'm keeping you inspired. Paychecks to profits. That's what we doing. We turn all these paychecks into profits, into more profits and more profits, chilling with the profit of all profits. Let's do it. Let's kick this year off right, man. I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care what situation you was in last year. That shit done with. We doing new things in 2013 for the new year. We doing things for the new decade, new generation, new winter solstice or some mystical shit. 2012, December 21st, whatever that was, man. We gonna take that as you just meant. We gonna elevate our minds and do some new things. That's what we gonna take it as. You know what I'm saying? And the world ended. Yeah, that old world ended. My old world is ended. So yeah, the world did end December 21st for the profit of all profits, and the new world is here for me now, which is bigger and better than anything that was in the old world ever again. So let's take it like that. You understand? It's profit of profit. I keep talking. Get the producer power talk series. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back to work. Get back to the grind, man. Love y'all. LiveOffBeats.com. Spread the word, man. Affiliate program coming soon. Let it out. Peace.